Hey, what's up guys? Nate here from Protoculture and Shadow Chronicles. Welcome back to another Sonic Academy video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some creative vocal processing. I've got the brand new pack from Sonic Academy. It's called Ultimate. Minus 12. I'm going to set the max value to 12. Now, what's going to happen here is it's going to play random notes within that range of notes. However, that's going to at times be reaching outside of the range that we have inside of this pattern here, which is going to result in dead notes. There's going to be no sound playing. So what we're going to do is go down to the range section here, go to note limit. We'll set the upper limit to around D4, I think, and the lower limit to C3, which is where this starts. So it'll limit those randomizations to that field of notes. Let's play that back now. Bringing some delays. And we're getting completely randomized patterns now, as opposed to the original one. I can play them back together. Cool, so then we've got some interesting ideas coming from that vocal chop, and we've remixed that a little bit, making it our own sound. So we're going to bring in some ad-libs now and create a bit of a trance gate sound. I'm going to bring in the dry ad-libs on top of this. So I'm going to show you how to do the trance gates inside of Cubase using the MIDI gates. I find I quite like this way of doing it. It's not quite as quick and easy as some of the stuff like Gatekeeper or whatever, but what I like to do is add a MIDI channel. We're just going to assign that to the MIDI gate input and just quickly input a pattern here. I'm just kind of entering this at random, but I do like the variety of lengths that you can get with the notes doing it this way. So we'll just grab a random piece, say from here. Cool. And once we hit play, we should have this gated now. You can adjust the release time if you want. And we can even automate that as well, which is quite nice. You can kind of have that coming in and out. You have to be quite sensitive with that though. So let's just do small amounts of that one. And we're going to get some delay on this as well. And let's actually compress this as well. Cool, that sounded pretty cool. Let's create sort of wash for the background here using really simple methods here. There's a number of different ways that I like to do this, but let's first take a look at bringing in another one of these ad-libs and just some creative audio editing and reverb. We'll create a loop. We'll bring in that one. So what I often like to do is to just stretch these out as well. So we'll kind of cut half of these out and let's do some time stretching here. And to kind of create a loop, what we'll do is we'll duplicate these and reverse this one. So we've got that coming full circle now. All we'll do is just bounce these together and then wash this out with a reverb to kind of create just a textural feeling in the background. So let's go with something like Black Hole and just go full wet with that. We'll have this pan around a little bit. So one more way that I like to do these kind of ambient beds is to use granular. So you guys know I've done a lot of stuff with Falcon. I use Falcon loads. I use Patcher Pro loads for the granular stuff. There's a ton of other granular instruments out there. Pigments will do granular stuff too, Omnisphere. But I'm going to take a look at arguably one of my favorites and most fun methods of doing it. Let's first bring in a We can play around with things like pitch. I can kind of listen to this for hours. It's really kind of just experimenting with these to get them right, but it's just so mesmerizing, the grains coming out of this little module. So the buffer from clouds is going to continue to run. The best way to deal with this, I have a loop back on my sound card, so I can just record this out. And let's bring everything back together again. Now I've got some strings loaded up here. And to top it all off, let's just take a listen to everything in together now. And that's a wrap, guys. I hope you guys found this interesting, and I hope you go check out this pack from Sonic Academy. There's some really, really great vocals in here, and like I said, a lot of it just straight out the box, very usable, and then of course you can leverage that as far as you want using some of these ideas in your tracks. I will catch you guys again soon right here at Sonic Academy. Until then, take care. Cheers.